It would help if I learned to spell. I just looked at the title. From, FEOM. What the heck were my fingers doing? I'll straighten that out when I'm done. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. And virtually, you're in the car with me. And we are driving. Where are we driving? In the traffic, as always. There. There. Pigeon Forge, heading towards Sevierville. It's kind of warm. It's 89 degrees. What the heck happened? It was so beautiful this morning. Are any of you up here in the Smoky Mountains? Man, it was in the 60s up until about 10:30. Very nice. Very, very nice. Fall is in the air. At night, it is so beautiful. I love it. Not too much traffic. There are people in town. There's always going to be people in the Smoky Mountains looking around. I see an ambulance coming. So let me make sure I get out of the way for him. There's always ambulances around. There's always a fender bender somewhere. How is everybody doing today? It is Wednesday, oozing from your pores. It's Mountain of Midweek. That's right. Who do we have in the room? Sorry, I missed you. Hi, John Esper, how are you? Just watching the traffic here. I'll make sure nobody dark out in front of me. Good afternoon. Yep, you're the first one in. Natalie, how are you? Good to see you here. You can see the traffic on the left side of the road. They're all going to somewhere in the Smoky Mountains. Where they're going, I do not know. But they wouldn't have to be on that road right now if they took my shortcut. Nope. Nope. Not at all. Just left the coaster. Met some wonderful people there. Wonderful family. Rodney and his family. Good folk. Good fun. Almost every day, I'll meet 2 to 4 families at the Goat Coaster. Now, if you want to come and meet Miss Marie and myself, that's the place to go, is the Goat Coaster. At around 3 o'clock every day, between 2:45 and 3 o'clock, we'll both be there. Of course, if it's her day off, we're not there. We usually go out and about, and we see things. That's what we do. But it is 89. No, it's now 91. So it's a lot warmer here in the valley here. This is Pigeon Forge. Close the window. It's still not getting really cool in here at all. That's too bad. I was going to go take a walk, but I'm not doing it now. I'd have to do that early in the morning, and I probably will be. Well, I will be doing that shortly. I got plans to show you around. It has to be when it's cooler, though. You know that. I can't be out in the sun. The new adventure park here on the left, you see it a little bit. Treetops, rope course, and stuff. They're coming along nicely. It'll be a new attraction in the area here. There's no want for attractions in the Smoky Mountains, not at all. Hopefully you caught my latest video where fall is in the air at the Goat Coaster. See some of the really cool stuff that they have for sale there. No one else has it. If they did, I would have showed you. No one else has the stuff that they have for sale. No one. That's the cool thing about it. Very unique. And how many people have said, gee, we didn't know that it was more than a coaster. And it is. It's more than a coaster ride. They've got some cool stuff there at the Goat Coaster, 1341 Wares Valley Road in Pigeon Forge. Oh, I need to finish up. Barbara, how are you? Hey, good to see you. John says got down to 60. It was about that, 61, 62 last night. Kicking it country. How you doing, guys? Good to see you. What's up? You're up. That's it. Now it's just too hot to do it. I was going to go and clean the car out. That's one of my to-do lists this week is to completely douche the car out, inside and out. I mean, when I do it, the roof, the inside of the roof, the doors, the panels, the carpeting, everything, seats, everything gets shampooed. And I try to do that at least once a month. Go through the whole car, but I've been neglecting those duties. Just like I neglect dusting in the cabin. I hate dusting, but that's one of my jobs. I have to dust. And it is a pain to dust. So many little things to move. Gas went up 0.40 cents. Yeah. Jam 21, 26, 23. Hey, Jeff from South Dakota. Good afternoon to you too. South Dakota. Man, I haven't been there in years. It's pretty there. It's really pretty. If you ever get a chance to go to South Dakota, you'll like it. There's, at least from when I was there weren't a lot of attractions or anything like that, but beautiful scenery. Really beautiful terrain. Charlie Bovair, how are you? Charlie, it's Elvis. I know who it is. It's Elvis. Aren't you coming up this way? Didn't you say you were coming up? Hopefully you make it for the Balloon Fest, Charlie. That'd be a great place for you to have your costume on. The Balloon Fest. And we'll be up there Saturday. Okay, that's this coming Saturday. Miss Marie and I will be there. So if you want to come up, meet us. And hopefully Elvis will be there. And I know a bunch of other people are going up there. Because it's that once a year event that everyone goes to. You can't help but love those balloons. Natalie, 79 here in West Georgia. Right now, that's nice and cool. It's not that now. It's 90 here. It went down 1 degree, but it's 90. Barbara Goff says she'll be down in October. Perfect time to come down. Jam 21, 26, 23 will be there in December. Good time. Christmas is a wonderful time to be here in the Smokies. Everybody, no matter how big or how small the stores or shops are, they all decorate and they get in the Christmas spirit. It's very festive and just a feel-good place. As soon as you get off 40 and you come into this area, everybody's got their lights on, everybody's got snowmen. You can't help but get into that Christmas spirit, because if you're not in it, you will be in it, and there's no doubt about it. It's not just like the Christmas place. Everybody's got everything decorated, and it's really cool to look at. Even the roads down the center aisles here, they'll all have lights, and that goes all the way up to Gatlinburg. From Sevierville to Gatlinburg, everybody decorates. There's always parades. There's always something going on. That's what makes it so much fun to be here during the holidays. Yes, my car is dirty. So yes, we're going through the car wash. Yay, the car wash. I gotta go through the car wash. Almost every day I go through the car wash. I hate a dirty car. That's why it's killing me to sit inside this thing. Carpets need to be really cleaned. See, first month trial, it's $15, and it's $20 if you get I get the basic. I don't need all that other nonsense. That's just wasting your money. Just get the basic. You know what I mean? You pay $30. It's like, oh, what are you, crazy? Okay, here we go. King of the Country, yep, that's where we met Miss Marie last week. Yeah, she told me she met you. I don't know where I was. Out shooting video, most likely. Michelle Ann, hey Jeff, I'll be there on the 28th for a week. Can't wait. Make sure you come up to the coaster and say hello. Oh, I got to open it so it smells purdy in here. Purdy. There we go. Elena Ippolito, how are you? I'm glad you caught us live too. Natalie, Wyoming is jumping for joy today. I bet they are. Diesel Turner, you're new to me. Hello, Jeff. Hope to be there in October. Nice to meet you, Diesel Turner. When did you discover the channel? Desperately trying to get to 7,000. If you haven't subscribed, please. That's my goal that I've had for God knows how long. Help Miss Marie and I get to 7,000. Please hit that subscribe button. It's free, free, free. Doesn't cost a dime. Dennis Jackson, hello, Jeff, everybody in the chat. Hello. Natalie, 79 was mostly thought, okay. It just seemed a little odd, didn't it? Everyone else is in the 90s. Even the car hasn't cooled down yet. It still says 90. Amazing. Well, at least car's clean. It won't be after I go back up my gravel road. No matter how slow I drive, it still gets dust on it. I know Joshy said he's coming up too. Jared, Tracy, Pasadena Paranormal. I was thinking you night before last. It was on my Facebook. And I was searching. I'm still searching for that community thing to figure that one out. Man, I am so ignorant when it comes to Facebook. Green light, gotta fix the mirror. So we just went through this, the other day with Miss Marie when we were telling day before yesterday. I gotta get out and fix my mirror. This is just a standard thing that goes on here. I gotta fix the mirror. Look at the people, I'll be back in a second. Okay, there we go. There we go. Catch up on some of the stuff here. Everything's doing good, Jared. Everything's doing real well. How about you? I catch your shows. If you guys like paranormal, Jared Tracy, Pasadena Paranormal, that's the channel to go to. I promise you will be entertained again and again and again. Place is beautiful Christmas time, and that dang Christmas store. Yeah, boy, that store. You go into that, you're going to, you'll get in that Christmas spirit. You hear all that music and see all those Christmas trees and all the garnish and all the garland, the garnish, everything, the balls, little train sets, the little communities that they got in there. It's really cool. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. There I am. I'm back out on main drag here. Kicking the country, saying hello to Jared and Scott. Here we go in the car wash. Steve White, how are you? Not going to Gatlinburg today. I got too much to do. Oh, remember I told you the other day that I needed some work done on the cabin. Stuff I can't do. Okay, it's just stuff I'm not qualified or feel safe doing. And I told you the prices ranged from X to X, and they were really affordable and then super outrageous. Well, talk with a group of guys. They checked out the problem. Everything was good, copacetic. And guy said, yeah, we'll be there Monday. Okay, what is today? Wednesday? Haven't seen them. So I'm dropping them like a hot potato. Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. And I'm going with someone else. If you don't have the decency to call me and tell me you can't make it, then you lost my business. So that's their loss. And got a couple other people to call. I already placed the call in, waiting for that guy to call me. So if I interrupt the live, it's because this guy's calling me back. Just want to get some work done. That's all. This is downtown Sevierville. Steve, hello, children's. Hello, children's. Hiya. How you doing? Charlie, can't wait to move there. I'm looking for houses this whole weekend. Excellent. Now, it depends where you're going to be looking, Charlie. Have you thought about that? I don't know what your desires are. But you got to be careful where you buy. Some of these places are outrageously priced, and they don't need to be outrageously priced. The market is still trying to correct itself, and that's why I'm not doing anything at the moment, because it's still correcting itself. Mike G, my day is complete. Now we're in the car. There it is, see? I'll bring my out. Good. Thanks, Charlie. I knew you would. Because Charlie, no one looks better as Elvis than Charlie does. I've met a lot of impersonators in my life, but he's the best so far. He does look the part. And we always have a laugh. Always have a laugh. And I think Joshy said he was going to be up today sometime, so he might be on the road right now as we speak, because he'll be coming up from Georgia. King of Country. Oh, we met you later that evening. Oh, that's right. You were with Jeff and Tootsie. Two crazy boys, Scott and Amber. Yep. Cheyenne, always do the Go Coaster, cheapest and best coast ride. Absolutely, I've been touting that for how long now? That you can't beat the price. $12 plus tax, and you get to go, and you don't have to wait online. You go just down the street or any one of the other coasters. You're going to wait a half hour to 45 minutes or even longer to go on the ride. Not at the Go Coaster. Man, they got people out there to get you in and get you out so that you can enjoy the ride. Because the last thing you want to do is wait online, right? Nobody, when you go to Disney, you go, oh, we're going to go here, go there, go here, go. Next thing you know, you spend 2 hours in a line. You go, wow, and we've only gone through one ride. Excuse me. So it's like, you want to do that? I don't do that. So I don't go to Disney. The only time I used to go to Disney is when I was back in radio and TV, because they did Media Day twice a year, and they closed the place down. They don't do it anymore. They closed it down for media personalities, so you can go to anything you want all day long. And then after that, if you come back and go during the week, you're gonna. I mean, I've spent over an hour or more in almost every line, and after a while, it's just like, it's not worth it. Not to me. That's just my opinion. Not to me. Diesel Turner subscribed under 2 accounts. First video I saw was the store fire in the forge a couple of years ago. Okay. Well, thank you for subscribing. Hopefully you did it with both channels. That helps the channel out a lot. 2 subscribers. I just want to see that 7,000, because then I know that Miss Marie and I are doing something right. It's just been slow coming. Jared, yes, the Gold Coast is the best deal in the Smokies, no doubt. Jam 12, 26, 23, beautiful car now. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful now, nice and shiny. I do need to wax it. I do, and I have the wax in the trunk. I really got to clean the trunk out. I really need to. I keep throwing stuff in there, and when I open it, I go, God, I got almost a whole shed of tools in here. But I need to wax it. I've got the wax and the rags. I got everything in there. I got to find a shady place to do it. And usually what I do is, if it's a reasonably cool day, I go to the car wash, have the car washed, dry it off, and then proceed to vacuum and then wax the car. It takes me about an hour, hour and a half, but it looks so good. Now this is Main Street to the rest of the world, but to us here, this is known as Dolly Parton Parkway. This is the original old street of Sevierville. This right here, this small little area we're driving on. Then it just expanded, and it keeps expanding. There's no sign of it slowing down in this area. That's why, Charlie, I try to tell you, be careful where you buy. If you buy too close to Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg, you're going to pay way too much for your place. Go on the outskirts and get off the main road, and you'll find a better deal. You pick anything near this area, you're going to pay over top dollar because they're still asking way too much. Joyce Marie, hi. Gatlinburg Hussey, Jeff, I don't want to meet you too. When will you beat the coaster? Tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Thursday? Probably tomorrow at 3. I don't think do I turn here? I don't remember anymore. Oh, this is hopping over. Now this will take you into this Chapman Highway now as you go up a little bit further, and you can take this into Knoxville. You can take it. You can even get the 40 from here. The co-op is over here on your left. This is a cool place to come on Wednesday. They got fresh fruits and vegetables here, and it's all locally grown stuff. And Ollie's is to the right. I like Ollie's. Ollie's, good stuff, cheap. It really is good stuff, and it is cheap, no doubt. Aaron's Rent, good. That's something you don't see in this area much. The clientele here is not rental people. As you go further out, that you get the people who do the rentals. See Knoxville 24, Murrayville 25. There's the little Pigeon River. I'm going to turn it around here, or I'm going to lose your signal. I don't want to lose your signal. See, there's the co-op right there. It's a cool place. That's where I get DMSO, right in that place right there. DMSO. If you've got joint problems or pain in your legs, ankles, neck, hands, they have DMSO in a roller, like a little roll-on. Works. It's excellent, and it does work. Just go in there and say, where's your DMSO? They know what you're talking about. No problem, Jared. No problem. I like your channel, and I want more people to know if they're looking for real paranormal, not some of this TV crap. God, don't ever change, Jared, okay? Because when they get on TV, they start doing stuff they shouldn't be doing when they're investigating paranormal activity. And the one that always pisses me off, that I really want to put my foot through the screen, is that one. Excuse me. It's the English people. They're over in England. It's haunted or something weird. You'll know. And the lady, she's like the head of the whole investigation there. She's a pain in the neck. And her husband are there too. And then they got Fred, and there's this Fred Carl, whatever her name is. And she goes, "Are you going to hurt us? Are you going to hurt us? Do you want us to leave?" And it's like, why are you asking them right up front? It's so stupid. You don't know what you're doing. You want us to leave? Hit my husband on the head with a hammer. Show us you're here. Punch us. And I'm not kidding. Punch us. Smack us. Push us. And it's like, why are you aggravating these spirits? I mean, the whole idea is to communicate, right? I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to be doing? You're supposed to communicate, not piss them off. Hit Carl on the head with a couch. Show us you're here. It's like, okay. So you're aggravating the spirits. They're going to get pissed off, and they're going to do something to you. And all she does is scream, like a typical girl scream. And she starts to run. I go, what kind of host are you? I can't see Jared screaming like a schoolgirl and running out of the building. But these people have a TV show, and they're getting paid for it, and they got sponsors. But they don't know what they're doing. Clearly, they don't know what they're doing. hit my husband on the head with a hammer. And she does say that stuff. I'm not kidding. That's why I get aggravated because, like, man, you're really messing with stuff. You don't know what you're doing. You're gonna get yourself hit, right, Jared? Uh, Place is expensive to spend $200 easy. Why do you? Why? Don't do that. Don't be wise. Keep your money in your pocket where it belongs. That's why I refuse to buy year's passes anymore because they've all gotten out of reach. They've definitely gotten out of reach for the everyday person that saves all year long to go and have a little bit of fun, and they literally steal it out of your pocket. Every corner you turn, you're being charged for something. And to me, that's just, I have no problem you want an entry fee. Got no problem with that. When you start hitting everywhere you go and they want to get you for this, get you for that, and at first you go, it's not that much. But yeah, when you're done at the end of the day, take a look at your wallet or your purse and see how much money you don't have in there. And they have your money, right? And you got squat for it. You got mildly entertained. Man, Jeff, you're down by Zaxby's. Get me some of those. They got good chicken at Zaxby's. They really do. They got some, it's definitely better. I don't do the KFC. I don't do any of that stuff. I always get an upset stomach when I go to those places. I wish they had a Church's fried chicken. They just don't have them here. At least not in this area. I mean, they may have them elsewhere, but not here. I've looked. Mike G. What Monday this week or next week after next? Not sure where we went with that one. I probably forgot it already. Sorry. Ronnie Crane, how are you? Ningles World. Hello, Jeff and everyone. Thanks, Ningles, for being there. Appreciate it. Hit the like buttons, please. Please, please. I'm trying to increase the algorithms. They've been kind of low. Mountains don't look too bad in the distance there. Not too shabby. Just a little bit of haze. Not too bad. I'm going to just yank it over right here. Nobody's going to... This is nice. Because you kind of get a view. Right? Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'll bring it in just a little. Oh. There. Kind of get a little bit more of the mountains. Patchy in the Smokies. Hello, dear. NDT. Hello, Vacation Station, and all in the chat. And I can catch up in D&T in Tennessee. I'll settle for 500 subs. But you'll get there. You know, I remember when I was crying when I only had 10 subs. And it was like, man, this is going to take forever to get to 1,000. And it almost seemed like forever. And you have to just keep pumping out the videos. That's the only way that you get to where you want to go. You got to pump the videos out. And be honest. Too many YouTubers BS their way through their videos and stuff, and that irritates the heck out of me. Just be honest. Be who you are, so you don't have to remember your lies. Right? Terry Dufresne. Hey, Jeff, ain't you lucky? I was watching it and I saw it passing Walmart. Yes. Thank you for that. I did go back in. Tried to get it live, but their Wi-Fi sucks. They have, all these stores have cut back on everything but customer service, you know? Customer service doesn't exist anywhere anymore. I got my Weagle Weigel coffee. I brought some to Miss Marie. Rodney Buchanan, good afternoon, Mr. Jeff. Be up there in about 3 weeks. Make sure you stop in at the Coaster. Jared Tracy, Pasadena, Paranormal 479, D&T. So you're all getting there. You just keep pumping the videos out. Find something different. That's always been the problem up here. That's why you don't see Miss Marie and I going to the same places everyone else goes. I'm bored with that. And if I'm bored, I'm not going to do good video, and it's going to show. And I don't want, and I'm not going to sell my soul to get subs. I'm not going to do that. That's not how it works. I do this because I like to entertain you guys and like to bring you some weird stuff. And sometimes funny, sometimes not, but I just like to have fun bringing it to you. I'm just moving up a little bit. I don't want to block anybody who might be trying to get in. At the top of the hill here, the signal should be nice and strong. Patsy, what area of co-op do you find DMSO or however? DMSO, that's right. Dimethyl sulfur something. You go into the store back by the pet department and just ask anybody back there, where's your roll-on DMSO? You can't find it really anywhere around here but there. And they've got it was I think $4.99 for my memory, $4.99 for the roll-on, and that'll last you a year, and it works. I use it on my neck because my neck is always giving me problems. Jared Tracy says we already turned down 3 streaming deals. Great. I mean, great because I know why. Because you can't control the narrative of the content. Right. They want to tell you what they want you to do, and then you've sold your soul. Because then you don't get to do what you love doing. You're doing what the producers want, what the management wants, and they'll be having you do that same thing. Instigate the ghosts, make something happen. Scratch us if you can. That's another thing she said. Scratch us, or scratch call. It's always someone else, never her. Not me. And then she screams and runs. It's so stupid. It's such, uh, uh. And I always think of Jared when I watch it. I know hands down they would blow the doors off these people if they went out on a dual investigation with all the cool stuff they have and the way that they approach it. These people are just jokes. Just jokes. Ben, hello again. Ben, how are you? Jared Level made the TV. Yeah, it's exactly right. It's made for TV. It's not made for the content. It's made to lure you in and thinking you're going to see something, and you never see anything. And it's always the same. Knock if you can hear us. And so you hear can you do that again? Can you do that again? It's like you're pissing this person off. This guy, the ground's going to open up and swallow you to hell if you keep pissing him off. Can you knock again? Can you do something else? It's like, hey, did you ever try communicating? And they don't have the cool equipment like Jared has. They have just some guy sitting in another room recording it all. And the sad thing is they actually get responses, audible responses, but they don't hear it because they don't have the right equipment to hear the response. So they have to wait till like the show is done. They're doing a wrap up, and then they go, oh, look, it said hello. You said hello. Or it says, get out, They didn't hear that. It's like, well, they're in a different frequency than us. And you were bugging this poor guy. You got him out of his grave. You go, knock again, get out, knock again, throw something at us, hit my husband. These are just stupid people, stupid. Jackie likes Christmas stuff. Oh, really? That's cool. Miss Marie loves Christmas stuff. She's a big Christmas fan. Yeah, I have to go the whole route, Christmas. It's like, oh, God. I put it up, and then she goes, no, we have to leave it up all through January because you have Chinese New Year, so you got to leave all that up. So basically, the cabin looks like Christmas place for months. It's like, come on, take this stupid tree down. Get this. No, we got to leave it up. Ben, how do you feel about the parking fee coming up? Oh, that's a new thing that's going up at the Great Smoky Mountains National Park now. In March, they're going to be, I think it's like March 22nd, they're going to be charging fees for parking. If you're coming up this way, they're going to have 3 tiers of payment, $40 for the yearly pass, and I think it's $15, and then it goes down. There's a week pass and a daily pass. So there's a yearly, week, day. And if you're going to park more than 15 minutes in any place, let's say you go to Kate's Cove, you can drive through that because you're in motion, no problem. But there'll be you'll have to have the pass. If you're going to go to, let's say, Laurel Falls, you're going to go there. You'll have to have a pass for that. Now the problem I have is the pass is limited to 15 minutes. You can't do Laurel Falls in 15 minutes, so that means you're going to have to do something else to go to Laurel Falls because you have to have permission to park there. So I don't know if they're double dipping on this. I'll scoop around and try to see if I can find any more information. It sounds just a little vague to me. But yeah, wherever you go in the Smoky Mountain National Park now, as of March, you're going to have to pay a fee. It's got to be hanging in your car. The problem that I see with that, they surely don't have enough rangers/officers to enforce this thing. So a lot of people are just going to breeze by, and I really don't think, is my opinion, that they're going to have a hefty fine on these things if you don't have the pass. They may take down your license plate number and you'll get a bill in the mail. I doubt it'll put points on your license or anything. It's just, I understand the park needs to make money. The government hasn't in decades really funded the park the way it should. So these poor guys, they're understaffed, overworked. They don't get enough credit for their job, the rangers and stuff, and they work their butts off and they don't get paid very much to do that. And they've got to figure out a way to get money. That's a tough one because the park is supposed to be free. As FDR said, this park will always remain free, but it's not now. Now they've gone against their own laws, quotes, hand quotes in the air, and they're going to start charging people. Once you crack this door of charging people, it'll be just a matter of time, and you heard it here first because no one else is talking about this. There'll be a fee to get into the park. Just a matter of time that if you drive up anywhere in the park, you're going to have to pay like a toll. As the only way they will be able to do it without having manpower. You're going to have a toll, an automated toll, because I can't see them hiring toll booth operators and then try to offset the loss of the monies that they're getting. Follow what I'm saying? They have to spend X amount. Let's say they make $15,000 a year. So now you've got to make more than $15,000 in toll for just that one person at that one entrance. So it doesn't make sense to me. So you do an automated toll, which is totally going to cause traffic jams, aggravation, because they're going to have to take debit card, credit cards, change. I mean, you see the Pandora's box that will be opened by doing this. And I don't know if they thought this through, but there's going to be a lot of backlash on this. We've always had the privilege of being able to drive through the park and go anywhere we want, anytime we want, and stay as long as we want. Like, for instance, if you go to Metcalf Bottoms, that's free. That park is free. Now you're going to have a pass. You can't just pull in there, set up shop, have barbecue, which we do often. I'm going to be forced to have to get the yearly pass so I can go anywhere I want in the park and not deal with that. So it's like, wow, this sucks, especially if you're coming from out of town, because then you've got to procure that pass. You're going to have to get it somehow. You got to get it online. I don't think they're going to have kiosks up and down the road here for you to buy a pass. Can't see them spending that kind of money. I mean, you got to think about it. They don't even have the visitor center open anymore. They can't even afford that, and I feel bad for them because that was a great visitor center. The one in Pigeon Forge, it's closed. So they can't even afford to do that. And I understand they're trying to fall back, regroup, and keep the park moving. The government surely doesn't really care. I mean, you got all these senators and congressmen, they need their Learjets gassed up. They need fuel. We got to pay for their elitist lifestyle. The hell with the peons like you and I. The hell with them with their national park. We don't drive our luxury Mercedes through that park. Oh, it'll get dusty. Oh, Muffy, the car's dusty again. Get a new one. Go out and get a new one. Take Muffy and Buffy with you to buy matching cars. That's why these parks don't get funded. That's why they're in disrepair. There's no money to repair. Go to Laurel Falls. What a beautiful place that is. But walk that path. Talk about spraining your ankle. You sure can sprain your ankle because they can't even afford to pave the path that leads you to Laurel Falls. Can't even do it. That sucks. Hopefully that answers your question. Let me catch up with you guys. Natalie, so what's this about? I just explained. Obviously, you people are interested in that. Um, I brought this up, what, a month ago? Remember? It's on one or two of my videos. I brought it up that this was going to happen. And some people said, you're full of it, and it's not going to happen. Look, I don't predict the future, but you clearly can see the writing on the wall when this stuff starts coming up for debate. They're going to push it through one way or the other, and the park needs the money. There's got to be a better way to do it, though. How are the people in other states going to know about this parking fee unless a trooper or a ranger or an officer of the law pulls you over and says, where's your pass? Well, I don't have one. What are you talking about, a pass? I've been coming up here for 20 years. We've been driving up here, my family and I. We pull up here and this is where we have lunch. Not anymore, son. Now you got to pay. It's like, what? This is a free park. Not anymore. Well, that's what's happening. Sucks, but that's what's happening. Dale Hedden, how are you? Hello from South Carolina. Looking forward to the rod run for you, a few weeks. That's right. Coming up. D&T. Jeff, you got to check out Mama's Kitchen, Chicken Kitchen in the Gatlinburg. Good chicken, great dumplings. Miss Marie, I'm not a big dumpling fan. Miss Marie is. Kyle Anderson, hi. Jared, oh man, Church's, Church's fried chicken. That's good chicken. I just can't find one up here. I was kind of hoping they'd move up here somewhere. Gary the Cable Guy, good afternoon. Gatlinburg Hussey. Jeff, I'm 30 away from 1,000. You believe? No. Isn't that? And you remember you were complaining before when you only had a couple of hundred? I said, just keep doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing, pumping out the videos. You'll gain an audience. You'll win some, you'll lose some. Don't panic. You go up 10, down 5. Just leave it alone. Just keep doing what you're doing. Patsy says, thanks, Jeff, for the info on the co-op. Very good, thanks. I'm glad you go there because I go there all the time. Cindy Lou Who, howdy. Patsy, Jared Tracy, just subscribe. There you go, Jared. You got another one. Teleco Toys, what's shaking? My belly. That's what's shaking. Natalie Warner, laugh out loud. She would mess her pants if she heard Get Out. Oh, you can clearly see it. It's not, I don't believe that it's been messed around with audio because you can usually tell there's always an edit point unless they're really good at what they're doing. And you can hear it. You can hear when they're talking. It's just in another realm, another frequency, and they're talking back to them. But they don't hear it. Now, there's been a couple of times where the chick whistled, going like that. Now, whether it's somebody in the cast doing it or not, but you can hear it clearly, and that's very cool. But I'm not there, so I can't say it's real because, that type of stuff, cameramen go, well, it's a ghost. That's a wrap. All right, that's it. And then people tune in next week for the same BS. Jared says, thanks, Patsy. Jared says, I love Natalie. You got to be ready for things like, oh yeah, you've got to be ready. You've got to prepare yourself mentally and spiritually before you do any type of paranormal. Jared and I, we've talked about this, and he knows what I'm talking about. You don't just walk into a haunted house and start pissing off spirits, because what's going to happen is you're going to have another guest at your house. If they attach to you and they go home with you, now you're going to have a hell of a time getting rid of it because it came home with you, and then it'll attach to something else in your house or your apartment or wherever you live in a windowless van by the river. You've got to know what to do to make sure you do not get an attachment, and when you leave, you got to know what to do to make sure nothing follows you home. Natalie, so they went donations in boxes. They might go that route, but everybody on this channel, we're all thinkers on this channel. At the end of the day, how many dollars do you think are going to be in those boxes? That is when the gangbangers don't rip off the boxes and take the money for drugs and guns, right? Think about how all the places you would stop that you may have stopped or going to stop would have to have a donation box. kind of like the Bears, donate to the Bears. How many people do you see? Like when you go through Cades Cove, they have several donate to the Bears fund. Now I've been there many times doing video, and 1,000 cars will go by, maybe one will put a couple of bucks in the box. That's not going to, that surely isn't going to offset the debt that they may have incurred or the things they're trying to do. Because most people don't care. Get it for free, it's for me, right? They don't even leave tips on tables here. Some of the tourists don't even leave tips, or they think they're doing you a favor when they drop a quarter on the table. That's an insult. If I see that, I usually call that waitress over, and usually, because I can tell by their face, they'll talk under their breath, and you can just see they're upset. They've served family of 5 or 6. They've done everything for them. The kids throwing food all over the place, and Daddy drops $1 down on the table, and that pisses me off. So I'll do is I'll call the waitress over and I'll hand her a 5 or 10 spot. Because I know she worked hard. I watched, and I go, man, you got the nerve to come in here with those rat kids, those little varmints you call children, and they mess this place up. They got to get down there and sweep the floors, take the food off the chairs, and then you take Johnny and Debbie Rat back out to the car. And it's like, no, can't say it. Jared says, laugh out loud. Oh, well, hope you enjoy the content. You'll never see anything fake. Nope. Or dramatized. Nope. On the channel. I know that. I've watched it many times. It is real. It's in real time. If you're lucky enough to catch their live stuff, which I try to because you never know what's going to go on. And I love the SLS. I just love that. I want 2 of them now. He's got some really cool equipment there. He's got all the boxes, the voice boxes. You hear what's going on. In fact, they got a new voice box out. I don't mess with that stuff much anymore. My health, when it went downhill, because you have to be spiritually on top of your game, physically and spiritually, because you don't want to go in there a weak spirit, because I'm telling you, you're going to take something home. I can't tell you how many times things have followed me home. And then I got to go through the whole ritual getting rid of them, and that pisses me off even more. Natalie says, and the fee will double. No doubt. It'll go up. Once it's enacted, it's only going to go up, just like your taxes, right? Remember, didn't we hear just a few years ago with George H. that read my lips, no taxes. And what happened? More taxes. Remember that? Same thing with this bozo. No way. Anybody making less than $400,000 will get taxed. BS. Just read the bill. You'll see that it's going to affect everybody. Within the first 30 days, we're all going to get hit. It's all lies. I didn't vote for him. Hopefully you learned a lesson, because it's costing you thousands of dollars now. Jared says, okay, Jeff, I got my commute home from D.C. Everyone be safe. Well, thanks, Jared. I appreciate that. Yeah, be safe. You watch that. Robin, Gastonia. Aren't a lot of national parks? Yes. I think this was like one of the only one left, if not the only one, that wasn't charging. I don't have a problem with them charging. What I do have a problem with is that we were told it would never be charged. According to FDR, we were never going to be charged for this park. And I know times change, but a promise is a promise. But one thing I have learned is the government always lies to you. It never tells you the truth. I'm moving up in the shade because I can feel that heat, and it's just a little on the hot right now. I'm getting in this little shady spot right here. Right here. Right here. Yeah, that's nice now. Yeah, that's nice. That'd be nice. All right, Natalie. At least those with Tennessee tags should not. I agree. The locals, because we're already paying that in our taxes. We're already paying for the park through our taxes. Now we're going to be taxed again. So I think that's a double dipping. There's going to be a lot of opposition to that. I'm sure of it. I know I'm insane. Certifiably, Robin Gastonia. I think so too. I think Yellowstone. Yellowstone definitely charges. Some of them charge as much as 25, and I think some could be 30 a day. A day to get through the gate. And you don't get through, it's not going to be one of these Mickey Mouse boxes you put money in. No, there's a guy there, and that gate don't open unless you hand the money. I used to work for, this is Withlacoochee State Park. I used to do interpretive tours there. And when they were shorthanded, I'd work the gate, especially before the interpretive tour would start, which would be 10 o'clock in the morning and then go into the afternoon. I love doing those because I get to be out in the park. I get to take people in a special vehicle and tell them about the 1800s, what went on. I loved it, but I also had to work the gate. And that, I'm talking, what, 10 years ago. And they were being charged then $5 to get in the gate, $5 a carload. Now, that may have changed, but it was $5 a carload. And you didn't get into the park unless you paid. Clear. There was a gate, guardhouse, and no way to get around it. I don't have any problem. You want smooth roads? You want to drive through potholes? You want to drive on smooth roads? Well, then make the investment. I know a lot of tourists go, oh, they're charging and they're charging. Look, even if they charge $5 to get in the park, it's still worth every single penny of that to drive through that park. Nothing's for free. Right? Your electricity isn't free, your gas isn't free, your food isn't free, nothing. Somebody's got to pay to keep these things going. And right now, with the way inflation is, everybody's getting slammed one way or the other. No matter where you go, you're paying more. And that also includes these type of amenities that you get. The park is an amenity. It's a privilege to be here. You know, the government could close it all down tomorrow, right? They could just say, you know, I know something, you don't want to pay the fee? We're just going to put a wall across it. Now what are you going to do? No cars allowed. You can walk through the park, but you can't. I mean, they could do that. Don't think that hasn't crossed their mind too. Mike G, that is how it all started in New Jersey. You have to pay to park at the beach. You have to pay to go to the beach. You have to pay to use the boat ramp. Yep, I remember that in Florida too. They did the same thing. It starts at one end and works its way up the other side. Taxing. That's the way to make the money. Robin says, we live in a crazy world. Yes, we do. I kept telling you, it's circling the drain. Definitely. Had to end sometime. This is just the beginning. We still got, what, 2 years of lunacy. 2 more years. What could possibly go wrong now? William Smith, how are you? As I said on Joshy and Stacy's, if they call it what it actually is, I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, instead of always labeling it with all these fancy schmancy words, just call it a tax. It's what it is, an entry fee. Listen, how many cars have gone by us since I've been talking to you these last few minutes? Thousands? And all these people are heading into the park. There's no doubt in my mind that they'll head into the park while they're here. If every one of them, when they got to the park, paid $5, this park would have no problem at all. And there's only so many ways you can get into the park. It's not like there's a road on every corner. I mean, if you're actually going into the park, if there's a gate and a guy there, all right, pay, or give me the year's pass, whatever it is, because I want that privilege of being able to go in this beautiful park. But if it gets to the point where it's really run down, and it gets to the point that you have homeless living in there, and criminals living in there because of the park losing people to work there, there's nobody monitoring, there's nobody policing it, then it's going to be a dangerous place, like some of the parks that are around the country, that they can't be everywhere at once. And some of these parks you don't want to be walking around in. This one is a great park. Nothing really bad happening here yet, but if we keep having illegal immigration coming in, I can guarantee you're going to run into some of them up there in those mountains, and they're not going to be friendly people. Just food for thought. William Smith, start looking for toll booths. Yeah, I can see it happening. And I can't stop it. If I know the money that is going in is truly earmarked for the park, and to not go to some politician's pocket or his new pool, or his wife needs a new car, if it's truly, but you know how it is. They take money and then one day they go, oh, we needed it for this project, and they move it out of there and they don't take care of the park. That's a crime. But it seems to be in this day and age, you can get away with just about anything in politics. Just about anything. Even murder. Pretty scary stuff. D&T, the voices in my head talk on odd frequencies also. Yeah, I mine too. Natalie saying, laughing out loud. It's already donations, but yeah, they're almost all for the Bears. How many people throw money in? Now I don't, at every box I'm not throwing money in, or otherwise I'd need to have a sign over here in Walmart, will work for donation money. But if I'm going through and I'm going to shoot some video and I see the box, bam, I'll drop a tenner down there with no problem. And then chances are some crackhead is pulling it out with a stick when I gas up and go out. Because I see people hanging around there and I know what they're waiting for. I mean, they don't have cameras, they don't look like tourists, they're just waiting to dip into the donation box. Jeff and Tootsie Campy, hey, Josh said 8 p.m. Stop by here. I gotta hit the shower. Yeah, I know. You need the shower. Yeah, you need that. Ram Gastoni. Yep, someone would steal the. Oh yeah, people will take anything if you don't tie it down, nail it down, glue it down. People will steal anything. Believe me, I've had relatives steal out of my cabin. Yeah, and I got it on camera. Steal. That's why they're not allowed up anymore. Steal from my home. Relatives. Cindy Luhu. I've done paranormal in the past. You have to be respectful, absolutely, of these spirits. Not like some of these paranormal people. That's right. You have. I mean, if they're here and they're truly spirits, they're not demonic, they're caught between here and there. And it's so much better to help them go there. It's not hard to do, pretty easy. But some of these TV people, they're looking for ratings, and it's like poking a stick at a junkyard dog. You keep poking, it keeps barking and going at you. But sometimes when you open the gate, you find out dog's really a good-natured dog. Sometimes it's not. But for the most part, here, kitty, sometimes they just want to be understood. They want to be talked to. They need help. They're in the dark. I've never been there on that side, so I don't know if it's light or dark or what. I don't know. Jared, he can't talk to me. He's on the road. The question I have not heard anybody ask, what do you see on the other side? What is it like? Is it like here, or is there sunshine? Is it dark? And sometimes you get from other shows, they go, it's dark here, it's hazy, foggy, I don't see anything. And I don't know whether to believe them or not. I don't know. But I doubt it's like this. I doubt you see what you see here. I don't believe that. DT, if you can afford to eat out, you can afford to leave us, sir. Yeah, that's right. And I see it all the time. No matter where Miss Marie and I go, these deadbeat tourists, they throw $1 down on the counter. These poor people are barely making a living. They're barely paying their bills. And you have at least the wherewithal to be able to go out and eat this dinner with you and your family. And I know that $5 or $10 isn't going to break you, but you look at it as if that's your last $5 or $10. And that's a sin. Because these people are working hard, they're struggling. A lot of them have kids, and they barely are paying their bills. Stop being a cheapskate. Judy Goodhart, hello, Jeff. Judy, hello, Patsy, Jeff and Tootsie. Hope to see you tonight. I'll try to get there. Telco Toys, catch you later. Thanks, Telco. Elena, I didn't vote for you. No, I'm sure none of you have. Terry, hey, Jeff, see you at the Golden Roof tonight. The Golden Roof? Patsy, says Jeff, I'm hoping you live stream. Um, we'll see what happens. We'll see if Joshua wants to do a live stream or not. I'll try to get there by that time. I've got some running around I got to do. I'm just delaying it because I don't have to go just yet. Ouch, my arm's stiffened up. D&T whiff. What state park? Ben, if you're going to charge, I'd rather just charge an admission fee that was equally applied than the parking fee. That's a nightmare. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're going to do it, it just didn't make sense to me that they're going to put up boxes or they're going to have the Rangers drive around. I mean, the Rangers got better things to do than write out tickets all day. And believe me, they're going to be writing tickets all day long. I hope they made an investment in these tickets. I mean, they're going to need trunkfuls of that stuff. Because how are people going to know? I mean, they might hear it on the news, but a lot of people don't watch news or they're just oblivious to what's going on. They drive up here, la 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 la, pull in, and then, oh, we got to pay? Oh, I got a ticket on my car? Oh. I mean, nothing pisses people off more when you see that yellow thing stuck on the driver's window saying, you now have a $25 ticket because you didn't pay the fee. I mean, that's not good relationships with the people. That's just going to aggravate them even more. So put the stupid toll booth up, like at Gatlinburg, light number 10. At the end there, that's the beginning of the park. If they want to go that way, they want to drive on that road. But you see, they have a problem because 441 is a main road. And that main road goes through the park. So how do you differentiate the people that are just using a state road going through the park as to the people getting off to go into these little pull-offs? Now you'd have to have either somebody at a ticket booth, which is totally unreasonable, or you'd have to have some sort of electronic arm where people have to pass their credit card or their debit card through. People aren't going to do that, and they're expensive. Those things aren't cheap to put up. And don't you think that people are going to run right through those things, right? You're going to get some bozo that's going to crash right through that stuff. I mean, you know how it is. The world today is not it's not Leave It to Beaver where everybody followed the law and nobody goes over the line or anything like that. No, you got bozos out there. I don't know. D&T says, don't mind the fee. I hope some of the riffraff. Unfortunately, there's riffraff everywhere. No matter where you go. Like in this line of cars here, there's a bozo in there. You know it. Ron Lane, how are you? But you can't carry on federal. No, you can't. Not at all. And that is federal land. So if you're driving through, you technically can't have a gun. Technically, you're breaking the law. There's going to be lots of problems with this decision. And I don't have the answers. I'm not a politician. Patsy, subscribe to D&T Intense. Very good. Very smart. Natalie, federal or not, I will defend my... Well, yeah, you have to do what you got to do. I'm telling you, especially with these illegals that are coming up. I'm not saying all of them are killers and rapists, but they're, what, it was 900,000 getaways, people that got through the gates that they know that are bad people, and they're in our country now, and they're on your streets right now, they're in your stores right now, they're in your backyard right now, and people, you need to always be on guard. You've got to. You don't know who's behind you anymore. It's not the Cleavers. Mike Hills, hello from McMinnville. How are you? Hope you're having a blessed. Yes, I am. Judy, lots of folks. Oh, later, folks. Things to do. Okay, thank you, Judy. Appreciate it. Natalie, bozos in the White House. Yeah, no doubt. Ben, save all year to go there. Tipping is part of the budget. It has to be. Not rich man. Ain't $5 a head to sit down restaurant. Yeah, that's about a good number. 10 head if it's a dinner show like Stampede. Very fair. $5 and $10. It's not going to break you. If that's what ends your day is a $5 tip, get back in your car, gas it up, and get out of here. Because these people work hard. The ones that are actually working work hard. But if you're too cheap and you go, Edgar, you're spending all the money. Let's go to bingo. Let's go to the casino. Spend thousands, but leave 25 cents for the waitress. DT. I think you. I don't know if you can carry in the park. I think you can drive through. I don't know if somebody can answer that. If you can carry in the park, I don't know. That's why I don't hike around a lot anymore, because I see some very suspect people walking in there, and I don't want to be robbed or raped or anything like. Not I'd be raped, but robbed. Yeah. Hi, Sailor. How are you? Federal buildings and land can't carry. Yeah, there you go. I didn't think so. You can't. Otherwise, everybody would be strapping in the park, and that's not good. not not good at all. Oh God, this world is so upside down. Well, I hope you had fun. I've been on for over an hour. I thank you for joining me today. Vacation Station TV. Look, I would really appreciate if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Help Miss Marie and I get to that 7,000 mark. Just hit it. It's free. I do these things for you guys. I love you guys for being on the show. D&T says you can carry in the park, but it's federal offense to fire a gun in the park. Yes, that I know. It's also a federal offense to fly a drone. I'm telling you, if it's legal to carry in National Park. Patsy, tell Miss Marie, yes, I will see her very shortly. I'll be heading that way shortly. And then I've got to take care of some business. All right. Thanks, folks. I'll see you very, very soon. Share it with a friend. If you like this video, share it with your relatives, friends, even your enemies, and let them know that you found Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.